Hi, my name is Natasha Habermann, and welcome to my one-room challenge. I've had my design business for about 3 years now, and most of my clients find me through Instagram, and they are all over the country, which is the most amazing part of it. Our home is in North Salem, New York, which is about an hour outside of Manhattan. We moved here in the summer from our 350 square foot East Village apartment, and now we're living in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,700 square foot home. The room before didn't have a lot of character. It was completely white. There was a doorway where the bookcase was, and there wasn't a door to the courtyard. I really wanted to add character to this space because it was so boring. I decided to join the one-room challenge, I think the week before it started. And I just said, you know what? I'm working on this room anyway. Why not give yourself a deadline and join in the fun? My husband has a large book collection, so we wanted to be able to have a space for that. The bookcase was the biggest change we made in this space. It adds tons of storage for us because there's not a lot of closets downstairs. It's great to have a space where you can store things behind cabinets and you don't see the visual clutter. We love having people in this room when we entertain, and it's nice to be able to just go to the bar and make yourself a drink. But I also like to read and relax in this space. There's no television in here. It's a very quiet room, even though there's a lot going on. And it also functions as a guest room downstairs. And this beautiful couch is actually a pull-out couch. We really wanted a Chesterfield, and I searched long and hard for it, and I did end up finding it. So this room is definitely very curated. I tried to use a mix of both vintage pieces and store-bought new pieces at retail. This rug was a great starting point for this room because it has all of the colors in it reflected in the room. I love these coffee tables. I picked them up at a thrift store when we didn't have room for them, when we were living in our 350 square foot apartment, because they were $75 for 2 of them. And I said, I know I'll use these one day. The sconces were one of the most unique pieces we added to this room. They are antique gas lamp sconces. Let's show you the bar. We have cups. These are soji glasses from eBay. A vintage martini set. People love to bring us alcohol in this bar, so I love this Veuve Clicquot bottle. I don't think I'll ever open it because it's so cute. The mixed media print is by my mom. She used vintage ties behind the silhouette of George Washington. The red chair came from West Elm. The chair itself was $400. The ottoman was $200, so $600 for the whole piece. The desk was something I found on Craigslist. I drove, 45 minutes away to pick it up. I think it was $60. So we have an antique desk with a modern chair and then a classic Chesterfield. And that's what I really like to do with my design. I always like to mix eras and styles because that's what's gonna make your space interesting and let your eye move around the room. The wallpaper was a bit of an investment. I think it was about $1,000 for the room. It is very high quality wallpaper. It's by Farrow & Ball, and I'm super happy with it because while paint could add a really bold look to this room, I think wallpaper brings it to the next level. And since we have the painted bookcase, it just seemed like if I painted the entire room blue, it would just, it wouldn't feel as layered. One of the least expensive, highest impact changes we made to this room was adding a molding detail below and above the windows, which made the windows appear much taller than they actually are. One of the best changes we made to this room was adding the doorway to the courtyard. You used to only be able to access the courtyard by going out the front door and walking around the house. So now this room acts as an indoor-outdoor room. You can walk up the stairs, we have a little bistro area, and there's a flower garden, and I'm really excited to use this room in the spring. Having a house is very overwhelming, and having different rooms and feeling like it's not good enough, or you're always looking at something that just is bothering you. So having this room done and coming in here and just being so proud of it means so much to my husband and I. And just like I said, being able to entertain people in here and have them look around and say, wow, this room is so fun and interesting and I want to hang out in here, makes me so happy. Do a fun room in your house. Take a risk, do something bold. It can always be changed, and give yourself a deadline. If you want to participate in the one room challenge just for fun, do it, because it will help you to complete your goal and get you a finished room. I'm thrilled to be able to participate in the spring 2018 one room challenge, where I'll be tackling my living room and my foyer. Thanks for checking out my one room challenge. It was a pleasure showing you guys around.